This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. In this Business Intelligence Master Program, so in today's session, we are going to talk about joins in Azure data flows. So we already discussed about joins in SQL. There are different joins, right? So we talked about inner join, left join, right join, full join, then cross join also we discussed. So we are going to do all those transformations lab today. Okay, we'll see. In today's session, we are going to talk about scenarios that we are going to discuss, then mapping data flow actions, all the actions which are available, or you can call it as a actions or transformation. Next, estimations. Okay, so we are going to talk about estimations, prerequisite, and required resources. Here, mapping data flow actions. So don't think it's in Spark, there are two types of things. One is transformation, second one is the action. But here in data flows, whatever transformations we have, I'm calling it as a action, but don't take it in a wrong way. So transformation and actions both are same in Azure data flows, but in Spark, transformations are different, actions are different. We will talk about those things later. With respect to demo, we'll talk about how to create data lake storage agent to create data factory V2, and we will create linked service for ADL agent to create data set pipeline, debug pipeline, run pipeline with scheduled trigger, monitor pipeline. Okay, so these are the things that we are going to discuss in today's session. Okay, fine. Scenarios. So we will see how to perform inner join transformation. So if you want to perform inner join, how you can perform inner join in data flows, we are going to see. So we already discussed what is inner join. Inner join means you will get only common records between both the tables. Next, we are going to talk about left join transformation. It's nothing but a common records plus all the remaining records from the left table you will get it. So right join transformation means all common records plus all remaining records from the right table you will get it. So full join means all records plus all like common records from both the tables plus remaining records from left and right table. Then cross join. Cross join, what it will do? So from left side, if you have three records, right side you have three records. From left table, each record will be joining with all the records which you have in a right table. So total, if you have three records in left table, three records in right table, the resultant table will have a 9 records. Okay, because it's a Cartesian, so it is just multiplier. So first record will go and join with all the things. There is no conditions here. Okay. Next, how to rename columns. So in today's session, we are going to see, suppose if I want to rename some columns, how you can do that. Then how to remove columns. So I'm getting some columns. I don't want to process these columns. I want to remove these columns. How you can remove these columns. Then we are going to talk about how to sort the data. Sort the data means maybe, so when you perform join or whatever, data will come like first you will see customer ID 4, next you will see customer ID 10, next you will see customer ID 1. So it's a random, right? So I want to sort it into maybe some ascending order, 1 2 3. Maybe if you want in a descending order, that also you can do 10 9 8, something like that. So how you can do that sorting, we are going to see. Then so in today's session, we are going to use source transformation, select transformation, join transformation, sort transformation, and sync transformation. So these are the 5 transformations we are going to use to achieve all of these scenarios. Okay, fine, friends. So join overview, you can see here, this particular diagram will give you complete idea. If it is an inner join, we have a left table, right table. See here, I am just considering the common records between these two tables. That is nothing but inner join. Let's come back to the left join. So left outer join means, you see, all common records from both the tables plus all remaining records from the table 1. All remaining records from the table 1. You can say something like this. Otherwise, you can say all records from table 1 and common records from table 2 as well. Okay, that you can call it as a left outer join. Right outer join. Right means common records from both the tables and remaining records from the table 2, because this is the right table. If it is a full outer join, see, common records plus all remaining records from left table, all remaining records from the right table. So you're going to take all of those things. Okay, next, when it comes to the Cartesian, see, cross join or Cartesian product, what it means, table 1, each record will go and join with all other records in a table 2. Let's say here 1 2 you have, here you have 4 5. doesn't matter, you no need to match it. So you have 1 to 4 5 here. 1 will go and join with 4, 1 will go and join with 5. In the same way, 2 will go and join with 4, 2 will go and join with 5. So total, you will get a result. In the resultant table, you will get 4 records because it's a partition, product, Cartesian product. So first record will go and join with all the records which you have in table 2. Next record in table 1 will go and join with all the records which you have in table 2. It's a product. Okay, so we'll see like with some data. Let's consider this is my customer data. Okay, so this is just some orders information. See, you have order information like laptop, mobile, TV, all these orders information I have. Next, I have a customers who has placed these orders. How you know which customer has placed these orders is you need to match. See, customer ID is 2. He has placed the laptop, but what is the customer name? Okay, he is from which country? I want to know. Then you need to join these two. See here, 2 is there here. When you join these two tables, you will come to know that 2 is Rama and he is from Mexico and he placed a laptop. Okay, when it comes to the 37 and 77, you don't have any customers who has placed this particular order. Maybe some third party, some other people placed order, but these customers not from our organization. Okay, those people not from our country or whatever you can say. Okay, now we'll see. If I want to take only the matching records, I want to know the customers who has placed the order, but customers and orders both should exist. Only such type of records I'm going to collect. So that is the customer requirement. Customer will say is, okay, whoever, like, please consider our customers. Our customer, whoever has placed the orders, can you just fetch that result and give it to me? So then you see here, we have only Rama has placed the order, and 3777 we don't know. We don't have customers with 3777. These IDs are out of people, like, okay, they are not from our group. Okay, now I want to get only the matching records. Then you need to go with a inner join. How to write inner join? Say select star from orders, inner join. Okay, inner join with customer table. So this is the orders table. I am joining with customers. So inner join, but on what condition? On orders.customer ID should match with customers.customer ID. Meaning in this table, this ID should match with the this ID. In this table, this column data should match it to the this column data. Now see here only 2 is matching. So when you just check it here, see 2 is the common in both the things. Okay, so when you just display result, you will get only the common record, that is 2. See, this is nothing but a inner join. We are going to see it practically, and we also discussed this in SQL as well. Okay, next, left join. Left join means, see, you have a orders table, same, you have a customers table. How to write the left join? Select star from order, same, left join instead of inner join with customers. My condition is orders table customer ID should match with the customers.customer ID. Now, so it's a left join. Left join here, which one is the left table? Orders is the left table because this is the right table. Left join means common records. You see here, you see 2 is the common record. Okay, next 37 and 77. 37 and 77 are the unmatched records. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to collect this 37 and 77. These two records also I will collect and I will pass it to my results. See, 2, 37, 77. See, these are the matching records. I have here matching record. Here you see I have a unmatched record. Here I have a unmatched record, that is 37 and the 77. These are from left table, but corresponding customers I don't have in my group. That's why I'm getting null. Corresponding customers I don't have, I'm getting null. So customer may request you something like this. I want to get customers who has placed our orders, like customers, our customers, whoever placed the orders, that information plus all remaining orders I want. Then you need to use the left join. Okay. Next, you see here 2 is the common record, 37, 77 is the unmatched records. Now let's go to the right join. Right join means this is the orders table, this is customer table. Let's say customer has asked something like that. Our customers, whoever placed the orders, that information plus our customers, whoever not placed the order, those information, complete customer information with people who placed orders I want, then you need to go with the right join. See, select star from orders, right join. So based on same condition, see here 2, like here same 2 is the matching record. Okay, so 2 is the matching record. Next 3 and 1 are the, like 3 and 1 are the unmatched records. Okay, so now what I need to do, 1 and 3 also I need to take, and I in result I see, you see, so 2 is the which is matching, like Rama has placed order, but Krishna and Sai also from our group, but these people has not placed any order. That's why respecting orders information, respect to order information is null here, because Krishna and Sai has not placed any order. That's why it's null. Okay, now you see this is the common record, and 1 and 3 are the unmatched records. Okay, this is null because there is no matching orders in this particular table. Okay, this is the right join. Now let's talk about full join. Okay, so this is the full join. Let's say this is orders table and this is the customers. Now you see, I'm just writing full join instead of saying like in left right join. You are just saying full join customer select on this customer ID should match it with the customer ID which we have in a customers table. Now in this case, same. What happens? Second, okay, this is the record which is matching. Plus, see, this is the 3777 is not matching here. 1 and 3 is not matching. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all those things. You see here, 2 is the matching record, 2 is the matching record, 3777 is the, see here, 2 is the matching record, 3777 are the only information which we have, orders information we have, but respect to customers we don't have. In the same way here, you see, we have a customers, but respect to orders we don't have because these customers has not placed any order. Now you see, this is null, this is null, because respect to customers we don't have here, respect to orders we don't have here. Okay, this is all about a full outer join. Next, cross join orders. Next we have a this is customers. Okay, now you see, when I just apply cross join, what happened? Second record will join with 1, 2, 3. See, second record repeated 3 times. The reason is 2 will join with 1, 2 will join with 2, 2 will join with 3. Next, you consider a 37. 37 will join with 1, 37 will join with 2, 37 will join with 3. See, 37 1, 37 2, 37 3. Next, 77 will join with 1, 77 will join with 2, 77 will join with 3. So you see 77, 77, 1, 2, 3. There are 3 records here. Okay, clear? This is how you are going to perform all the joins. Okay, transformations overview. You see, first I'm going to read customers data and orders data. These are the 2 tables. Now what happens is, in customers table and orders table, I have a customer ID is the common. So but I want to understand this customer ID is from the source table or destination table. That's why I will rename the columns by using a select transformation. I'm going to rename columns of customer table. I'm going to rename the columns of orders table. Okay, then I will just join these two. I will join these 2 tables based on whatever join you want to do. Maybe if you want to do inner join, left join, right join, you just have to adjust the some configuration within this join transformation. After join transformation, I'm going to get source customer ID, destination customer ID. So I don't want to have a both the customer IDs. So what I will do, just I will pass this particular information to the select, and I will remove the some of the columns. I will remove the some of the columns which I don't require for further process. Next, after I selected the only required columns, I'm going to sort the data. Maybe data will be there 4, 1, 3, 5, something like that. It will not be in a order. So I want to put it in a particular order, maybe in ascending or descending. Once I have completed the sorting, then that result I will write it into the sync. So this is how our transformation will look like. Okay, customers and orders table. I just rename these 2 tables columns. Then I will join. I will just remove some of the columns, and I will sort the data. I will write it into my sync. Okay, this is how our transformation data flow will look like. Next, query diagram. See, if you look at here, source, select, join, select, sort, sync. So this is how our pipeline, like data flow, will look like. Now execute data flow from pipeline. How to execute? Yesterday also we have seen. So from pipeline, you will create a pipeline. In a pipeline, you will have activities. You are going to use a data flow activity. Data flow activity will just use this data flow activity. In this data flow activity, you are going to select which data flow to execute. Okay, so when you just publish it and run, what happens is it is going to launch the cluster for you, Databricks cluster for you, and that Databricks cluster will execute our job and it will terminate immediately. It's a job cluster. Okay, many of you don't know what is a job cluster and interactive cluster, because all your once you publish the data flows and execute it, then what happens is these jobs will run on a job cluster which is going to execute our job and terminate. Data flow debug is going to execute on the interactive cluster. So you can say, I want to run this particular cluster for 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours. You can able to configure those things. Based on that configuration, your like cluster will be available for 1 hour whenever you debug your data flows, right? So what happens is you can able to preview the data even when you like debug this pipeline. This debug pipeline also will run on this data flow debug. But when you publish and run, so it will launch a separate cluster and it will run again. Okay, that's why when you publish and run, so it has to start the cluster, it will take more time compared to when you debug, because when you are debugging already you turned on this data flow debug, so it will not take much time. Even when you are debugging first time, so it will take more time. The reason is it has to turn on this data flow debug. Okay, so that we have experienced yesterday, right? So mapping data flow actions, we have all these things, but we are going to talk about join. So join will take multiple inputs. You can see where you can join data from two streams based on a condition. We are going to talk about joins. Next, other things we will see. Okay, so we're going to talk about select. Yesterday we talked about derive columns and aggregate, right? So today we are going to talk about select. Next, here we are going to talk about sort. Sort is order data in the stream based on columns. Okay, maybe based on some customer ID you want to sort the data, that is possible by using sort transformation. So estimations, one linked service, because I'm going to use only data lake storage Gen 2, I will create one linked service. So depends on reference points, we will create the data sets. How many data flows, one data flow, how many pipeline, one pipeline, what type of IR we are going to use to transform the data is Azure integration runtime. Next, prerequisite, we need to understand what is data lake storage Gen 2, key vault, Azure data factory, data flow, debug, schedule trigger, linked service, data set activity, pipeline. So all these things we are aware. Next, require resources are data lake storage Gen 2, Azure Key Vault, and Data Factory V2. Okay, let me go and create these three services quickly. Let's click on storage account first. Click on storage account. See, I think how many of you practiced yesterday? Can you tell me? Because if you have practiced yesterday, you might have seen some change in the storages. How many of you practiced yesterday, friends? Anybody practiced yesterday? Okay, I will show you that change you see today. Let me just click on add storage account. Why I'm creating all these storages every day, because that is the main reason. Okay, so some changes you will see once you create this particular storage account. Let me just create a new resource group, create new. Storage account new. Okay, git configuration, all these things in advanced you need to enable a hierarchical namespace, enable, click review plus create. Create it. So once you create, you will see that change. Next, let me open one more tab here. Click on data factories. Click add to create the data factories. Resource group is this one. east west and data factory name cloud Pandit EDF P2 cloud 23 I will give, will be available with configuration. I will configure it later. Click review plus create. Click create. Okay. Next, come here. Let's create our Azure Key Vault. Click on Key Vault. Click add to create the key vaults. Like this is the resource group. Key vault name is cloud AKV 1223 access policy. Let's try to add our data factory here. Select, add it. Click review plus create. Click create. It is going to create. Now go back to the storage. Storage is ready. Go to resource. How to open the storage? See, where is that option? There is no options to open. You understand how to open the storage now. So it's not a clickable. Understood? It's not a clickable. But what are the other choices we have? How to connect? See, in real time, so we're going to use a tool called Azure Storage Explorer. So I have some issue with my laptop, so I'm not able to install. But do not worry. So I will just to show you how you can connect to the storages from Storage Explorer in some time. But there are different ways to connect to the storage. Not only one way from here. There are different options, right? So those options are not available now, but still we have other ways. See, one is click on Storage Explorer. Click on containers. See, you don't have any containers. Now right click on this. See, right click. You see here, create file system. You are going to create this way. This is one way. Second way is come down. See, click on containers. So you came to the original, like previously when we click on overview, right? So you will come here. So here you are going to create the container. Same way, you just click on this containers, you will be here. Now click on containers. So here you can say, let's say I will talk, I can say this as input data. Okay. So this is input. This is input. I'll just say my inner join output. I want to write it into the inner output. So I'll create a different folder as you see inner output. Next, I'm going to say left output because left join output, I will write it into the left output container. Next, right output because my right join output, I will write it into this particular folder. Full output created. Inner left right full output, right? Next, finally cross output created. Okay, so we have all these folders. Now go inside input container, click upload, click here customers and orders. So these are the two input folders we have. Sorry, select those two and let me upload all the things. Okay, I uploaded these two. So basically you can maintain these two in two different folders. Okay, let's do that otherwise. Okay. So then let me just quickly delete these two things. Yeah, so do not worry. So let me just delete this input as well, because instead of putting as input folder, I will say this is orders. So my folder name is orders. in that I will just put my orders data, because in real time each data, like each table data, will be there in a different folders. Next orders table is completed. Customer, just say customer doesn't matter. Now let's go inside cust. Let's upload the customer data. Let's upload customer data. Customers, open this, click up. Next, come back. Customers, orders, go inside orders. Let's upload orders data. We come back. So now we have orders and customers. So both the files, like both the folders, is having the respective data. Now go to the storage access case. Okay, showcase. Now in this we know, right? Copy this particular key. Go to Azure keyword. Click on go to resource. Click on secrets. Click generate slash input. This is a ADLS key. Here you can keep this particular key. Click create. Now come to data factory. Go to resource. Click author and monitor. Now go to manage tab. Click new linked service. Let's try to connect to the data lake storage Gen 2. Okay, Gen 2. Auto resolve integration and time account key. Enter manually. So first let's connect to the Azure keyword, and we will give the secret. Click here. Click new linked service. So this is LS for Azure keyword. So subscription is this. Azure keyword is this. Create it. So you know it will be successful. Secret name. So what is the secret name we have given? ADLS key. I need to provide the URL. So to provide URL, we need to have a storage name. So let's copy the storage name. You can say https dfs.windows.net/test connection. Okay, create it. Then you need to publish. Let's publish this. Now come to author tab. In this, let me create the multiple data sets that I need for my like practicals. Okay, lab session. The first data set is Gen 2 data lake storage Gen 2. It's a CSV files. Click continue. This you can say it's a DS for first. Okay. Yes, for ADLS. First, okay, this is the source, custom source. This is the linked service. First is that let's browse to the customer file. I'll show you the customer data. So do not worry. So let me just create all these data sets, then I will show you the data. Click OK. Okay, same way, let me create one more data set. Select data lake storage and continue CSV file, continue ADLS, DS, ADLS. Here you can see it's a orders. Linked service. First is at the browse it, like orders, orders.csv. Click OK. Okay, then click OK. Okay, so these are the two input data sets. Let's create the output data sets as a new data set. So Gen 2, click continue, CSV, click continue. This I can say DS for ADLS inner, like inner join. I can say inner join output. Okay. Next, select that particular file system where I want to load this data in inner output folder. First was that click OK. In the same way, I need to create a 4 more data sets for same thing. Gen2, select this, click continue. CSV, click continue. This is a TS for ADLS underscore left to join. So use this linked service. First was that browse at left to join means just select left output folder. Click OK. Next, let's click on datasets. Click new dataset. Just select for Gen2 data lake storage Gen2. Click continue. So all these things we already done. That's why I'm not requesting. I'm going a little bit fast here because all these things we discussed. Okay. Next, we completed inner and left right. So let's say it's a right join. Right join output. I will write it into this folder. Which folder? Browse it. Select right output. Click OK. First was that done. Click OK. Click here. Click new dataset. Gen2 ADLS Gen2. Click continue. CSV. Click continue. ADLS. It's a full join. Okay, I can say full join. Linked service is this. First was that done. Then browse it. Select full output folder. Click OK. Click OK. So we are going to create final data set. Let's click on this. Click new data set. Gen2. Continue as a CSV. Continue. So here I can say this is DS for ADLS cross join. Okay, cross join. Link service. First choice header. Browse it. Cross output. Okay, click OK. Then click. So I have created all the linked services which we need, all the data sets which we need. Let's create the data flow. We know different ways to create data flow, but before I go and create data flows, what is important, we need to turn on because it is going to take some time. So let's turn on this. Click OK. So data flow debug will turn on now. Click on data flows. Click new mapping data flow. So here I will just click on data flow. Click OK. Now, so this is the data flow. I can say simply df for joins. Okay, df underscore joins. This is the data flow for joins. Okay, sometimes it will come. So let's click publish all because okay, that's okay. We'll do one thing. Okay, just do not worry what I'm doing. I'm just trying to publish the things. Okay, we'll see. Without this, also it will not publish. I think it is not going to do. Sometimes. If I exit, everything will be like everything we need to recreate. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, now it's okay. Okay, so let's click on this data flow. Let me just remove all those things. Otherwise, let me just start creating the data flow again. Delete it. Yeah, let it be. So data sets we have anyhow, let it be. Now you see I'm just starting the data flow again from the beginning. New mapping data flow, click OK, click finish. Yeah, that's okay. So let's start adding the source. Before I start adding the source, I want to rename my data flow. Just click on this. Let's rename it df underscore joins. So this is the data flow, joins data flow, right? So what is my source? Just click on add source. You click next. You can see source one. This is my source one. So you can say this is maybe customer CSV, okay, customers data. So by using dataset, I'm reading customers data. So let's select the dataset which we have created, various customer dataset. See, this is the customer dataset. I just selected. Okay. So very important point is go to projection immediately. You see your customer ID is a integer, but it is consider it as a string. So you need to adjust those things. Customer name string, custom contact name string, country string. Okay, let it be. Okay. So these things you need to take care. Next. So come down. So optimize yesterday we have used single partition, right? Inspect, it will just give you all the columns which we have in this particular source, and data preview. Once this data flow debug is available, we can able to preview the data from this particular transformation. Now I want to add one more source, then you just click on this box. Automatically it will come, you don't need to do anything. Okay, now if you want to add more sources also, you'll have some box. If you click on this, then one more will come. If you want to add multiple sources, you can add easily. Okay, now this is the source. This is what source orders CSV. So from data set only we are going to select it, right? So let me just select orders. See, this is the orders data set. Same thing, go to projection. So in this projection, you see customer ID is considered as a string. So you need to change it to the integer. Okay. Order name, it's a string like laptop, mobile, those are the string. Next, order date. So this is, let it be string. Okay, order date, you can keep it as a string. Okay, it's not the issue. You can keep it as a string. Okay. Now you have these two sources. So what I want to do, I want to preview the data. Anyhow, data flow debug is available. I am in the data preview. So I clicked on customer CSV, click refresh. So it is going to translate all our this particular source configurations into Spark code. That Spark code it will optimize and it will submit on the Databricks cluster. Already cluster is available. It will just translate this particular visual pictures into the code. This code will be submitted on the cluster. Cluster will execute that and it will display the result here. You can able to see within some 30 seconds or so. See here. 1 2 3 4. Okay, so you have 1 2 3 4. This is the data I have. You can just look at the data once again. See, this is the data I have. Okay, 1 2 3 4. How many records I have? 1 2 3 4. So like you can see here, Krishna Rama Sai. Understood? This is the data I have. 1 2 3 4. Please look at the data what I have in my customer table. So I'm not opening the file because you can able to see the data here itself. Okay, 1 2 3 4 I have. Okay, 1 2 3 4 I have. Next, let's go to source 2 and we will preview data here as well. Let's go to preview, click refresh. See, the data is available now, right? See here, 1 to 4 is missed. Here we have a 5. See here, like laptop, mobile, TV, watch, something like this. So orders information 2020, 1220, 2020, 1221, 2020, 1222, 2020, 1223. So we have total all these orders. So today order also we have. Okay, all these are information we have. So can you tell me in customer IDs 1, 2, 3, 5 are available in orders, but in customer table we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So which are the common? 1, 2, 3 is the common. What is the record which is only available in the customer? 4. What is the record which is only available in the orders? That is 5. Okay, 5 is not the common record. It is available only in the order table. In the same way, fourth record which is available only in the customer table. See, fourth record. But 1, 2, 3 are matching both the like 1, 2, 3 IDs are available in both the tables. Now, so see here, customer ID here. This is also customer ID. I want to rename these columns for that. So it just explained you, right? So in the same way, you need to right click on this. See on this plus mark, if you click, you will see something will select it. This is a first rename. So we are renaming the customer records. Okay. See, it came customer rename. Now select that particular stream. Provided name contains invalid characters, only alphanumeric characters. This underscore is not allowed. Customer rename. Okay, just say customer rename. Now, see here you see you have customer ID, customer name, all these things, right? So for this is basically customer, right? So what I will do, I will say something like you say cust underscore customer ID. Say cust underscore. So for all these columns we have customer ID and changing the name to cust underscore customer ID. I have a customer name, I'm changing it to the customer name, cust underscore customer name, something like that. I'm changing everything in the same way. I need to change here also. Click here, click select. I can say order rename. Come down. So customer ID, order name, order date. I have here order underscore customer ID. Order underscore order name, order underscore order date. You understood? So these are the like columns I'm just taking. Now I have the data available. Now if you go to inspect, okay, you see here in output side you have order, but if you click on input side you have just customer ID. So that's how the changed from input schema to output schema. So schema has changed. So input side you have customer ID, like order name, order date, all these things. But when it goes to the output, you see order underscore, it became order underscore. In the same way, if you go to customer name also, same thing, customer underscore. This side you don't have anything. The same, if you want to preview the data, same will come, but only the difference is this time the column names are going to be changed. Now you see that. See here, customer underscore customer, customer underscore customer, customer underscore contact. And in the same way, if you come here, preview data here also. Here order underscore customer ID, order underscore order name, order underscore order date. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5. I have 1, 2, 3, 5, but you see column names has changed. Now right click on this. See, you no need to click here only. Here also you can click, doesn't matter. Okay, but you just click on this. Now let's click on join. Okay, you are doing join, but you see left stream, meaning left table is this is a custom table. What is the right table? Right table I need to select as order rename. Okay, order rename is the my right stream. Left table is cust underscore name. So this I can say cust order join. Okay, cust order join, cust and order table join. Just click on this join. Now you see there are different joins we have. Here itself you can able to clearly understand that. So what type of join you want? Do you want only common records? Then select inner join. So when you are doing inner join, what is the condition? What kind of condition you want to put here? Just select here, click on this. See here you need to select the custom string input. So customer table customer ID should match it with the order table customer ID. So based on that, wherever ID is matching, only matched records I need to get. Inner join means only matched records. Clear? This is clear. Now let's go to preview. We'll see what records it is going to give you. Oh, sorry. So it's not in slides, right? I have changed. See, 1, 2, 3. There are 3 records are matching. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 records are matching. Now, right click on this. Now, see 1, 2, 3. You have 1, 2, 3. You don't need to write 2 times, right? It's order underscore customer ID, cust underscore customer ID. So I want to remove some columns. I want to rename some of the columns back. So for that, select. Okay. You just pass this cust order join like output to the select transformation as an input. Now you come back to here, just let's say order underscore customer ID I want to delete. Select that, delete that. Okay, I delete it. Now you have cust underscore customer ID, all these things you just change it. I'm just renaming again all these, but without renaming these things in the previous here in select, you can do that. Okay, so you just rename the only customer column, customer ID column, so that you no need to rename here again. Here you are renaming again, you are renaming here also, right? Instead of renaming twice these columns will not impact anything, right? Only customer ID is important. Okay, so that's why I have renamed. But if you want to, if you don't want to rename here, don't rename here. You can just, so that you don't need to rename here itself again, right? So fine. So you have cust underscore order underscore, but I change it to proper names here now. So this is the select. After that, let's preview the data here. Refresh this. Okay, you see 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it is coming fine 1, 2, 3. But what happens is when it goes to, like, let's say when you do left join, right join, all those cases, this order may not be same. Okay, so what I want to do by using like sort transformation, I want to order this particular data in a as of now it is going in a ascending order, right? It is in incremental. Now I want to decrease, like I want to go in a descending order. For that, right click on this, click on sort. Okay, so just to pass this select data into sort here. Okay, here I can say then let me rename first this one. So remove columns. Okay, now come here, see remove columns is the input for this sort. So I want to sort the data based on, see here you have a like multiple columns, but I want order data based on customer ID, whether you want in ascending or descending. Already data is in ascending, I want to go in a descending. Okay, let's go and preview the data. So meaning now it will be 3, 2, 1. Okay, you see the sort is working or not, you can able to understand. It will be a 3 2 1, it will display. So try to understand these things sometimes, because transformations are like people are asking very frequently now. So if you know the previous sessions, whatever we covered and whatever data flows we are covering this week and next week, so you are like, you can able to attend, you can able to clear the interviews directly. Okay, see now it is in a descending order, 3 2 1. Okay, you see a 3 2 1, 3 2 1, understood? So in whatever order you want to make these records, you can able to arrange in that particular order. So I'm just arranging, but this is not the ideal case, right? So this will not happen. So we want to go in a descending, we will go into a ascending only. Let's go back and let's say ascending. Come back to the data preview, refresh this. Okay, see 1 2 3, it is coming in a proper order. So this is my output. This output I want to write it. Okay, so how to write? Sync, you need to select sync transformation, click finish. So in sync transformation, see sort, like let's see here, I will say order by customer ID. So this is the my sorting. So that particular, oh shit, so here I need to give the name, sorry. Okay, this is the sort based on the order by customer ID. Okay, now this is my sync. Okay, sync, where I am writing the data. See, order by customer ID I have done. That particular output I am just receiving here. Okay, I am receiving here. This is my sync. Sync, I am just selecting the data set. We already created the data set for each join. Inner join output should go to the respective folder. So we have created this data set. Next, we also know, so because it will be difficult for us if the data is splitted into multiple files. So as we have small data, I will write it to a single file. I can say data.csv, data.csv. And you know, right? So you need to enable the set single partition. Just go here, go to optimize. See, it is selected now. Single partition is selected automatically because I just clicked here. Now it will write data into a single file that is called data.csv. All our output will be there in a data.csv. Whether we are having only 3 records in our data.csv or not, we will see. Okay. For to execute this particular data flow, we are going to create a pipeline, create new pipeline, move and transform, bring the copy data, sorry, bring the data flow activity, use the existing data flow, that is df underscore joins, click OK. Okay, so now I want to debug this. Okay, so just click debug. Let's go to the storage meanwhile. Click on these containers. Okay, let's go inside inner output. Data has not come yet. Let's go and see other what data flow is executing or not. See, job is started. Okay, so it is executing our data flow. Just click on this. See, all these things are going to execute and finally it will write data into your sync. Okay, so once the job is finished, in each level how many partitions we have, how the data is transformed, everything you can able to preview it. Yeah, let's see. Okay, it is done. Now come to inner output, click refresh. You see data.csv, just click on that, click edit. Okay, this is the data. Just click on preview. You can see as a table of the data here. You see only the matching data. Only the matching data you have. Okay, see laptop, mobile TV, only matching data you have. Okay, in the same way, now I want to go and do like go back to your data flow. So I'm not going to recreate all these things. Small changes I will make that will execute our different transformations, different joins. Come to cust order join. Okay, come to join settings. See here, let's go with the left outer join now. I no need to change anything. Left outer join means it will give left data. Go to sync, select your another folder. What is the like you need to select the left join data set. Okay, and we see left. Okay, see left join data set I have selected. Come to settings. See data.csv also same file I'm creating. Now I will just go to the pipeline and you debug it now. So now what happens? Left to join, like left to join is going to execute. Now come back, click on this, go to left output. You no need to make any change. Okay, so it will work. So again, it will take some time. We'll see. When we click debug, it is going to take it will try to submit the job on the cluster, but cluster should accept this particular job. So that's why it will take some time. There will be a delay, some 10 seconds or so. Your job is initiated. So job is completed. Come here, refresh this. Click on this data.csv. Click edit. Left means customer records we should get. Click here and see. See customer information we got. The fourth record we got, but respect to order information we don't have. So this customer Shiva, what order he has placed we don't have. Okay. So this is the left to join. Left to join means all common records plus only records which are available, like left records. Left records means whatever records are remaining in left table, those records will get it. But respect to record is not available in right side. That's why you're getting null here. Okay. Now let's go back. Same changes. Come to the data flows again. Go to join. Make it as a now right join. Go to the sync data set. So I'll change it to the my data set as my sync. Sorry, right data set I will select. Right join data set I will select. Then go to pipeline. Now debug the pipeline again. Okay. Before it accepts the job, let's go and open our folder. Back, right output. Refresh this. Come to data factory, refresh this. Five more minutes, please. It is completed. Now come here, right output, click refresh. Click on data.csv. Now you will see the order information, that is watch, but there is no customer information who has placed that particular order. You see here, we have a watch, but we don't have any information who has placed this order. Okay, so we are using sort. That's why first null value, then 1, 2, 3 values are coming. Okay, because why it's a first value is null, because when you go to sort, Here you see nulls first. Do you want to maintain nulls first or not? Yes. And remaining data should be a ascending order. Otherwise, data will come in a jumbling order. Okay. So, but now you see, like we have order information, respective customer is not available, but we are getting all the right table remaining data as well. The reason is we are using right join. Okay, fine. Go back. Now you see like inner left right join is completed. Now we'll go and enable the full outer join. Let's enable full outer join. Okay, same condition. Now come to sync. Let's say this is full. Come to pipeline one. Come to pipeline one. Click deep. Sorry. Validate. It is just it will validate. It will do some. It will try to validate all your things whether everything is fine or not. So now I just debugged. So now like full outer join is going to execute. So full outer means common records plus all remaining records from left to table and all remaining records from the right table. We'll see that. A job is initiated. So completed. Now come back. Go to full output. Click on this data.csv. Click edit. Just preview data. You see here. See data is coming in a jumbling order here again. Okay. So data is coming in a this particular order. So I think I changed anything here. No. But how come data is coming in this order? You understood. So that's why I'm using the sort to just sort it. But order by ascending customer ID. So that's okay. But you see data is came, right? So data is proper. Now you see like common records you got here, like right data you have. Here you have a left data. Okay, pending data. But here like our sort is not working. What is the reason for this? Let's go here. Let's check why this is not working. Okay, so till remove columns, let's preview the data. Till here, refresh this. We'll see sometimes like while writing the data, it may like jumble. Like let's see what happens in data preview. We'll click. Yeah, you see 1, 2, 3, 4 null value we have, but when it comes to the order by ascending order, null is first. Data preview. Refresh this once again. See here we verified here data is fine. Now we are just ordering the data. We'll see this ordering also should display properly.
Malaya, why for fetching data this much time taking?
Because what happens whenever you submit this, it is again going to read these two tables. It will do join, will remove the column. So it is going to do everything every time.
Okay.
To fetch this result, it is not going to fetch data from here and do it. It has to do everything from the beginning again. Okay. So that is one reason. Sometimes even this cluster is also may not accept your job immediately. So sometimes it will ask you to restart DataFlow debug, but if it is asking DataFlow debug, it will take more time for us. Again, we need to stop and start the DataFlow debug. Okay. But it should not take this much time anyhow. The execution itself, it has not taken this much time. Let's publish this, because if at all something goes wrong, we may need to create everything. So let me just publish meanwhile. See now. So here like order is fine, right? So I think when you run one more time, data will be fine. So sometimes data may not come correctly. Let me just delete it. Let's come to pipeline and let's debug once again. We'll see. I think it is running now, you see. You see the difference. So previously it was finishing in 1 minute. Now it is taking more time. So these all issues will be there. So it's not like our problem. So problem with the cluster. So cluster will be sometimes like cluster issues. So it will take like little bit long time. See that like it is succeeded now. Come here, refresh this. We'll see whether this time data is fine or not. No, data is coming like this only. So when it is writing, I think it is just changing the order. Okay. So some issue with your storage. I think it is not taking in the same order. That's fine, but we have previewed the data, so data is fine in this particular join. Okay. Now, next join is just to go to the data flow. Data flow. Now you see after like order by we have previewed, data is fine as of here. Okay. Now come to cust join here. So full join, inner join, left join, right join, everything we have seen. Now let's see cust. So cross join, this is nothing but a custom. Okay, so here we need to put some condition. So do you want to take only the matching records? You want to take all the product? So I want to take all the product. Then you need to say all, means you need to make the condition true. To make the condition true, you need to say 1 double equal to 1. This will give you true. 1 is equal to 1 or not as true. So it will give the true. When it is giving true, it will join everything, and like part like it will be a Cartesian product. So each record in the left table will go and match it to the all the records in right table. We'll do that. We'll verify that. Come here and let's select here cross join. Okay, let's come to pipeline and we will debug this. Okay, it is going to debug, but any other questions, friends? So I think this is our last one. Any questions? Okay, let's come here, click on this. Let's go to cross output. That sort I will just check it where we need to tune, whether issue with storage or issue with our data factory data flows. So I will look into that one more time. Okay, I will let you know tomorrow, but I will see whether this job is going to run or not. Yeah, it is going to start now. Job is started. So Cartesian product, it will take more time only because it is going to join with all the records, right? So, but it should not take this much time. The reason is due to some cluster issue, it is taking more time. Because previously we have seen all the like joins, even full join also completed within a minute, but later like full join finished after 1.5 minutes, right? So I think this cross join also, it should not take this much time. Yeah. So this reason is data flow. We need to like see unexpected failure during execution. Please try restarting debug session. If problem persists, contact customer support. So now what you need to do? You need to turn off this. Okay. Then you need to turn on this. There's issue with your data flow debug. Now you have seen, right? So it is saying issue with this particular like data flow debug. So please try to restart. So we need to restart, then it will be fine. But it will just take 5 more minutes again. Let's wait, friends. Okay. Let's wait some time. So I think it will be available. Once it is available, it will be like quicker. So it will finish immediately. But it will take again some time. We'll see. We just to submit the job. So what happens is once the cluster is out, once the data flow debug is turned on, immediately job will execute. But let's submit the job, our job. Okay. So just click on debug, we'll see. We submitted the job. So once the data flow debug is turned on, immediately our job will start executing. Just click on this. It will execute all these things. Yeah, so data flow debug is turned on. Now I think it will take less than 1 minute. Now it's 2:38, right? At 2:53. So before like 4 minutes, like within a minute, this job should finish. We'll see whether it is going to finish. Yeah, it will finish. Because the reason is like this particular cluster is having issue, then it will take more time. But if the cluster is restarted, it will be fine now. So it is going to execute the job smoothly. We'll see that now. Yeah, it is succeeded. You see. Now come here, refresh this. Just to click on data.csv. It's a Cartesian product. We will see that. Okay, click it. Click preview data. You see one is joined with here like all the products, laptop, mobile, TV, watch. So two is joined with all the products. 3 is joined with all the products. 4 is joined with all the products. You understood, friends? So Cartesian means it is going to like multiply. So first record from left table will join with all the records in right table. In the same way, all other records in left table will join with all other records in a right table. Okay, so these are important. So to understand your dimensions, SD1, SD2, all those things, please try to practice this particular session. Okay, it's very important. Any questions before I close the call for today?